Oh man, my tired. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Let's try to get this model kit done or somewhat closer. Oh yeah, now we're onto the shoulders. To the shoulders we go. Reload. All right. Ooh, I'm a little dark today. Ooh, let's turn up that brightness just a little bit. Much better. Yo, what up, Donette? Okay. So I've got the arms and hands done. Got one finger that hates me. Does not like to stay on at all. Not surprised with these things. I mean, I'm actually surprised. It's only one finger that doesn't like me. Usually on something like this, we would have probably like 2 or 3 that are causing an issue, but it's just one specific one. Never mind. Maybe it's more than that. No, just that one. Which really isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, I want that dry while I work on the shoulder. Alright, make sure we're live on everything else. Looks like we are. But not too bad. Those hands could have been so much worse. So let's see how bad the shoulders are going to be. WK... I know. WKJ. I think I know where J is. J is a silver part. WK, WH. Really? Oh, okay. Really? we need L. We need the L parts. L, W, K. Yeah, let's see. WK3. All right. All right. Okay, J, and then the L parts. J, I want C. It's G, P, H, H, Q. That's W, S, F. Yeah. Okay, that's right. J is the leg frames, the literal leg frames. Which I need. Number 13. Been a hectic week, done it. It's been hell. And I'm just ready for this. I need next week to go smoother than this week did. And the week after would go smoothly. Ooh, yo. I hear you on that one. I'm actually having a blast with this one, but I can't wait to get started on the other ones that we're going to be working on here soon in a little bit. All right. Dude, the third-party train is insane. It's so dumb that we can sit here and say that. Yo, there you go. Nice. Da, 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 da. No, I hear that. I was the same way till I started getting into Supernova and Divan. Like, I was really hyped about Supernova stuff, and then when I realized they weren't doing much more, it's kind of why I kind of gravitated towards Divan, and I was like, I don't know. But then doing the dive in on the 8814, and that got me hooked on Divan kits. Once you get that first taste of, like, I don't have to pay $1 million for something, it's really fucking weird. Or that you didn't spend $1 million on something and you're like, what the fuck? What am I paying for from the other company? It's very eye-opening, I find, all the time. And hell, yo, what up, Ajax? Same time, I'll part $100 plus for a good third-party kit over a MG Bandai. Yeah, exactly. And that's not, oh, man. But then you spend all your money on for quantity and quality. Yeah, I know, right, Saint? I mean, that is what the worst part is. Everyone wants to tell you that if you're buying a third-party model kit, you are not getting quality. You're just buying quantity, but it's like, no, not really. They're really turning up the dial all the way to 100 to try to get that Bandai-like quality. And now we're starting to expect more. And that's the problem Bandai is running into. So we're becoming little shits. That's what's going on. We're like, you said this was hard to do. You said you couldn't do this for this price. And that was the limitation of why this was a piece of shit. But this other company can do it and do it 10 times better, so why can't you? And I think Bandai's getting scared. That's also the problem. We're expecting more without having to pay for a premium. And that is because we expect quality. See, that should have said 1 and then 2 on that. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can do that. I can't. Okay. That should have been labeled 1 and 2. All right. Oh yeah. Might as well just buy it guaranteed since getting it from there, right? Oh my god. Gundam Model Center sells out so damn fast. The Era Company is killing it with their own models? Yes. Supernova making their own new model kits too is making insane. The band just being able to produce quality stuff even without trying. It's ridiculous. How much stuff we can get when we don't have to suffer for it, which is just, I know, mind-boggling. And I know it pisses off people, and I love it. Because I can be in the Bandai Elite without having to shill out my entire soul. Just the majority of it. Which is awesome. And I can have a giant backlog like Joey Ganoda himself, but with a bunch of fun model kits I actually want to build. Not just buying every release that comes out. Like some people do. Like I don't buy every model kit. I buy the ones that I find interesting. For a reason. WW. So we're done with that for a little bit. WW. I think we had that last night. Okay, so that pile back where it belongs. Wow, B is almost gone finally. WH. That's D. I. That's I. That's supposed to be H. F. WF. X, almost gone. That's E. E will be gone soon. That's WG, which we'll be working on that one soon. WW, there it is. Hello, www.idon'tknowwhat'sgoingon.com. Yeah, 2 of those. And I do. Ah. Yeah, he's doing better, which is nice. Using their model kits as currency when they have a backlog over 100. Oh my god, right. I'm not quite close to that. I'm almost sitting on about 60 at the moment. Not quite at that mega, like, I need a storage container just yet. I am running out of room to display my kits. Dao Chen, who has some impressive looking stuff. Yes, I know which ones you're talking about. Those new ones coming out. Right. And Ajax, you're welcome for the eye burning cancer that I gave you earlier. That video made my eyes bleed too. It's like at that point, I don't get what the point is of having model kits if you're just gonna like stash that many. Like, I've seen a certain other creator's entire storage locker of model kits, and it's like, god damn! At that point, I'd be getting my ass chewed out by my wife. Easily, you get my ass chewed out when I need an actual storage locker for storing model kits. I would not be able to show my face because she'd kick my butt. Be like, why do we need a whole storage locker just for your stupid ass model kits? And even then, I would probably be a little bit like, what the fuck am I doing, too? Exactly. Like, mine gets a pretty big once in a while. But if I go and get through most of them, like, mine's overly large at the moment because of all the perfect grades. Which I'm going to get through most of them in the next few months. And then as long as I don't continue at a rate of 6 to 10 plus over 2 months, I should be alright. But the rate we're getting releases, it's not. When the new releases keep coming out the way they're going, I'm probably am. Cough, cough, my poor wallet. God, these releases are hurting my wallet so hard. I cannot keep up that much. Now, hopefully the work thing gets resolved on Monday and I stop being so paranoid. And we'll figure out what we're going to do for the giveaway for November. Well, if we're going to do the giveaway in November, because we might change to a December one, and it might be even bigger. We were discussing that last night in the beginning hour of the stream. We'll see. Oh my god, right? That's just insane. Today on Storage Wars, we got an entire model kit, well, an entire storage locker filled with Bandai model kits. I have no idea what these even are. Are they worth any money? Why would they store all these? I don't get it. Why don't they just buy them? These guys must have a problem if they're buying that many model kits. I could see the backlash on that. As long as I keep Wifey's computers updated, buy her a few Ligers every so often, I get to buy whatever model kits I get because it keeps me from bugging her. And I get bad when I'm bored. These keep me occupied and out from just invading her personal space when she wants it. All right. Okay, I think that's how that's going in there. Oh my god, right? That would so bidding would go insane. All right, let's see. So they are really wanting us to might want to glue that in place. Oh yeah, that's right. That goes on very last, so I might want to glue that in place. That just like inserts at the very end. Right, nothing goes on top of that. No. Yeah, so I might want to glue those in place. Okay, so I'm going to glue those in place. Clean up the well a little bit on it. All right, put that finger back on there. And if it, yeah, no, that one's actually gonna be really good too. Anything from those guys from Infinite Dimensions is like really good, from what I keep seeing and what I've heard. Yo. Sweet. Have fun, dude. Fun. We need to get H24 and yeah, H224, H24. All right. Aha. Goodbye, you little bastard. No little bastard. Then I need sheet. Text messages? Nah. Straight being funny, and I will get done on that one. Okay, let's see. What did I need? 16, or what am I going for? Yeah, 16. If we do another Master Grade giveaway, it's going to be a little bit later. Because if everything goes right on next week and the week after, we might do something really big for December. So we'll see what happens. No, you. Come here. Come here. 6? 6. Okay. God, it is so interesting that we have all the chats going except for Kick, because Kick has died, I swear. I may end up stop using that platform. I don't know. How many people are even watching on that platform? Myself. I may stop using Kick soon. It is a dead platform. We might be doing a freaking PGU. We'll see what happens. It's not too expensive, and if we do that one, it's going to be a much larger. It'll span the entirety of November and December, and there will be way more. There'll be way more chances of entry that'll be done instead of just doing Wheel of Names, because we'll be pushing a lot more social media campaign on that. It'll be a much larger campaign. We won't be using Wheel of Names. We'll probably be using itch.io, because that'll be probably how we'll have to do it. If we had gotten more Patreons and subscribers going, we would be doing those more often with just Wheel of Names. But since we are still fairly low on the Patreon, I can't do more of them that often. But yeah, no, 150, 130, depending on what shipper you go, what provider you go with. It's nothing for the best of Bandai. It's literally half of what Bandai charges for it, and it's freaking insane. Kick had its moment, yeah. I think it's completely dead now. I mean, I haven't had anybody talking on that one. There were a few people who came from Kick who started following on other platforms. I only got to 15 followers on that, and it was like, okay, that's kind of okay, but I think the user base died off. And that's insane, because that was way faster than like some of the other ones, like Mastodon and God, some of the other platforms that are out there that are still kicking around a bit. It would be nice to free up some freaking goddamn headspace on the CPU. And I'm really actually kind of shocked. I was expecting 200 on it. Like, I was expecting like 200 base, 1/3 the price on Bandai for the PGU, but literally half. That's like, it's a slap in the face to Bandai. It's like, we can do it, we can make it, and we can make it better, and then also cheaper. What can you do again? What are you the god of again? G16, or did I get a different one? No, that's 16. Doesn't show the tabs on it, though. That's the weird part. If that's how that's supposed to sit, I'm going to glue this in place. Exactly. That's where this one was insane. I was like, if they can do it and it's priced well, and if they can do it and it's priced well, it's like, yeah, okay. There's something wrong. There's obviously an issue with the model kit industry right now, and it's a greed problem. Because it's obviously not a problem of complexity or technology. It's a greed problem. It's like you cannot tell me that they can make this and that and have it for as well priced as it is and tell me that you need more money. That you need more money. When another company can do it and do it for cheaper with barely any quality loss. That's where I'm at loss for words when it comes to the people who like to make fun of us who buy third party kits. Like, you guys can't really deny our logic when we're saying we're buying more and we're having more fun, but say we're bad for it. It's like, come on, guys, come on, get off your hate train and let's go. Come on, I'll just show you where to buy these model kits. You better get them while they last. That's the worst part. I don't hate any of the people who actually hate me. I don't actually hate them. They just hate me because of the fact I don't agree with their ideals. But I don't bow down and do whatever I'm told. And I like to be a rabble rouser and push the envelope. Put it in the wrong one. Again. Ugh. That's so mean, too. That's so mean spirited. Like you asked, you just didn't have to be such a dick about it. It's like, god damn. End up. Oh yeah, dude. I get 70 back on use on another kit. That's not bad. I mean, honestly, I've probably wasted so much money because I don't have a freaking membership to them. Okay. Yeah, that Mega Eva. Yes. Yeah, you're talking about the 3 foot tall one. Yes, the 3 meter. The 1 meter tall Ava kit. I want one. I just don't have the cash for one of those yet. It's basically a mega scale. It's very rudimentary in its build style, but it's just one giant kit. Yo, what up, Storm? Working currently on the shoulders, and they are taking their sweet goddamn time. Trying to make sure that everything goes according to the way it should be. Cool. And then there is one last part to that. What is it? WW18. WW18. Yeah, 18 on board. WW18. I would say the same thing about Zeta. Ooh, nice. You almost have all the Bandai 1/100s. Yo. Nice. Those are hard to get a hold of for the most part, Dakota. I need to get the Armadillo one at some point, but yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Rui set, though. Oh, no, Storm, I hate the RX-78 too. I'm only buying the perfect grade because then I'll finally have Grandpa and never can leave me the fuck alone. Do you still not have an RX-78 too? No, I don't have Gramps. But how can you not have Gramps? Because I don't really like Gramps. And at least the PGU is not the worst version of the Gramps. Just the most expensive one till now. Yes. Because then from new we get Unicorn and all the other fun stuff. I have to say, I came around on Zeta. I don't like the double Zeta, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Zeta itself until actually watching through Zeta and going, oh, so that's how that design actually works. Neat. Now I need to get a Daban Zeta kit. Because that's the one I like the most of. And I'd already been kind of like, I might buy it if I ever get a chance to. Okay, lots of frame shit coming in. Let's go. Lots of frame shit coming in. W25, W15. All right. WW25 and 15. If I look at the, what is it called? God, what is that one called? Shit. Give me a second. The only double Zeta I really would even want is... God. The Faz. I don't mind the Faz. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Hugh? Movie Heavy Arms blue version in the Sandrock cloak. Ah. The best one I would tell you to go for is just go for the Supernova, Dakota. So the Supernova is going to be the easiest one to get for Sandrock. And it does come with the cloak. Same thing with movie color Heavy Arms. Oh, what is it called? Endless Walls Heavy Arms will be way easier to get as the Supernova variant. And same thing with the Sandrock. Pretty good. Working on the shoulders to this big, beautiful bastard. We've already got the arms and the head, the arms, head, and chest done. We're on the arm, we're on the shoulders, and then moving on to the waist and the leg day. Don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but we're still trying to move forward. Everything takes forever. Because everything is way complicated on this thing. Yes, I am. No, not new Verka. This is the new perfect grade. Much larger. This is the Deban perfect grade new based on the metal structure Kusat that Bandai had brought out a couple years ago. That cost an obscene amount of money, and this did not cost anywhere near that. The thick boy. For the Hazel of the Arc 78. Yeah, no, I actually do like the Hazel. I like everything but the Arc 78. I'm buying the Perfect Grade Mark II soon. I'm going to get a Titan's Color Mark II. I don't mind it. I like the Mark V, the Mark III, and the Mark IV. I hate the Arc 78 too. I don't like it. And the only reason why I'm getting a Gramps is because it's cheap. And going to be a perfect grade size, well, be the PGU for cheap. That is the only reason why I'm even getting the Gramps perfect grade. Is to finally say I have it so everyone can leave me alone. So I can stop getting Akira moments coming through. Zala. Switch over to Twitch so you're making more progress. When I make a mic hits, right? Get them. Oh, that's good, Dakota. When you do buy them, get them from Mofi. He's got them regularly in stock, and his shipping's not the worst. How dare I say such a thing? Because it was a free gift. That's pretty much what most people do. Dakota. I'm on their website now. Oh, I'm sorry. Your wallet just died because Mofi has so much stuff on it because he bought like League has so much stuff in their warehouse. It's not even funny. Um, I'm sorry for your wallet, Dakota. Oh man. So OG's got it. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's how Wing is for me. Nice, Dakota. Paint test treat. There you go. No, so Wing is like that for me, Zala. Uh, Wing is where I started. Wing will always be the special one. But I've grown to accept more after taking the chance on them and then building some of the more intense model kits. Although the red frame tickles my brain because big swords. I've been a great sorter at heart. My Monster Hunter days have always followed me, apparently. Me, I'm just not ever figure out till later on in life. The fuck did the polycap frame go? Polycap? Polycap? Polycap. Polycap. No, that is not a polycap. That is W2 straight up. What? What? I thought that would be a polycap. Oh, like, what is the last series? I've got to get the Hakashiki, Deban kit. The Deban Zeta. The full package Red Frame Astray, which is a tactical arm flight pack, and a couple other things that'll come with that one. There's a couple other ones I'm still missing that I need to get. I just haven't had the cash for. Just things that are on my list of stuff I need to not buy because I don't need it, but I do, but I don't. Yeah, it really is. Unless it was like your literal first introduction to Gundam and you were like, that's where you started. It is. It's an average series. I can still go back and watch it, though. Like, I haven't rewatched IBO in a long time because I get frustrated with IBO. Because they make so many fucking mistakes all the time. And it's like, you guys could have done this differently. You could have done that differently. Gee, you should have not have done that. The mechs look great. It's just there's so much that they could have just done more with I think how they're kind of doing like that new side story stuff they're doing for it, where they're actually kind of creating character design. The overall mech design is always okay. It's just they could have done so much more with the character development. Okay, so we can just put that together because it really don't fucking matter. Thank you for falling over. Oh, what's up, Gunpla Studio? What up? Malaysia. So, Gundam.my. I still have not bought from them yet. There's a few Malaysian sellers out there I've never actually used. So I don't know how good they are. I know their shipping seems okay. It's just I've never used them just yet. I need to. They have some rare shit on their website. IBO didn't get me with the... But I like the visuals. Yeah. Overall pace was decent. Yes, for a short series, it was a good pace. I still think Unicorn was, like, really well packed. And it told a beginning, a middle, and we had an end. Even though I still hate Menage Links, like there's no tomorrow, they had an overall story that was good. And I think that's the problem, is that Bandai doesn't want to tell a good story anymore. I don't know if their writers are just gone, or they don't know how to tell a good war story anymore. Or don't realize that Gundam was about war. Oh, I see it. Okay. And I'm talking like Bandai actually controls freaking Gundam. They don't. Toei does, really. No, Sunrise. Not Toei, Sunrise. All right. I see what I messed up on that. They wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't doubt it. So the Black Dragon is a resprayed, I think it's actually coming from Deban resprayed because I've seen a couple sellers with it. It's a resprayed Red Frame Astray. Red Dragon, it has the MJH styled caltrops, calvaches with it, with all the accoutrements to do a Red Dragon. It's an interesting one, but I have not seen anyone build it yet. I wish it was more... I wish they weren't using a 6601, which is the standard red frame. I wish it was using the metal build. I know why they use the 6601, because the fact that that's an easier one to repaint, and or they have excessive stock of the 6601. Instead of using the 88, like, what is it? Is it the 8812? Can't remember what that one is. I think it's the 8812 for the standard red frame. Oh, yeah. I pretty much think it's basically they took the design from Red Frame Inversion from that Built Fighters epilogue and just make him into Red Dragon. That's pretty much what they did. Oh, they made an inverted Astray. So let's make an inverted Astray Red Dragon. And you know what I'm going to say is? Why didn't Bandai think of that first? I mean, they're just barely doing these cross colorations and the cybers. I'm really surprised Bandai didn't start doing that. Okay, so we got the shoulder basic design done. Where are we at so far? More. Yeah, more W parts. WL. I have to remember which one that is. Oh, we're gonna be getting rid of all this shit today, yo. Yeah, there's still some freaking carroted parts on here. WW 19 and 20. And 20. WL. What was WL? Don't remember what WL is. WL, 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 HNJKL. Oh! Wait. Wait. Okay, that's WE. WE, that's I. Polycap. That's B. B's almost gone. That's got a lot of shit cut out of it. WL. Oh, it does. Oh, no, you're right, dude. You did. They kind of did with the HD and Red Inversion. Yeah, I mean, it's a great kit for just the idea. Yo, there you go. Getting rid of a runner. Oh, I love it. It's just like, yes, and toss it to the ground. Die. Fall. Get that sense of accomplishment when you actually get to put a runner down. You're like, yes. Yo, what up, Jordan? Not too much. The perfect placement of decal, yes, is also the right one. Thank you for the heart. God, decals, once you do learn them and you do get them on the perfect set and it doesn't move and you dried it in place and you're like, yes. Yes, kind of the same feeling as crushing a runner. I put them both about the same point. And don't ever let decals scare you. I mean, the worst thing you can do on a decal is mess it up and have to buy new ones. Oh, no. It's not like you broke the whole model kit. Oh, no. Oh, I drop them on. I try to get them as perfectly sad as I can. I think the worst ones, so like the Nightingale has all the pinstriping work. That one was insane, especially with how big they were. When they're like half a decal sheet long, that one was a nightmare. That was a lot of like, please don't break, please don't run, please don't tear, please don't break, please don't run, please don't tear. Sit. Why are you wrinkling? Why? Now we have to start all over again. Dry, stay, dry. I wouldn't say cheap. I would say easily replaced, but I wouldn't say cheap. There are some expensive decals out there, I know. If you've ever used Delphi's, you would know that they are not cheap. And they are very stressful when you're trying to do a lot of them. Oh, that would be neat, dude. Hell yeah. I would say that'd be fun. So you do all the Deban red frames. God, so basically you could do that easily. You would just have to get like the what is it called? The hanger ones for the like the Sazabi or the new, and just have them hang up on like the armor racks and shit. Have like the powered arms hanging off stuff, the tactical arms hanging off the rack, the freaking backpacks being loaded on. It's kind of how I would do it. All right. Stay there while I do the other one. Clean up the other one. Cheap compared to a kit. Yes, 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 yes. I will not cry over... I will have a fit over decals, but I will not cry over decals. Breaking something on this thing, I am just going to go and cry in the corner for a bit. Well, I figure out if I can fix it or not. So far, I haven't had any issues like that. The worst thing we've got is the neck's a little loose because the insert pushed out from the chest, and I am not tearing that whole thing apart just to fix it. It's in the polycap. I don't care. You know where Ghost Astray a couple months ago? That was a great kit. The katana hilts. Oh, boy. So I could have told you how to make it a lot easier, because I've already done that one before. If you ever do another Nielsen Works Astray, sand the hilts down. The actual rod that the hilt portions run onto, take a good fine piece of sandpaper, like 320 or 480, sand the shit out of it. Reduce the outer diameter of that rod, and they go on so much easier. But yes, it's the best version of the red frame perfect red. Oh, yes, they're doing Iron Man one. Yes, that would be sick too. And I wonder, did you get a first run ghost frame, or is it a second run ghost frame? And the reason why you'll be able to tell is, do you have the blue blades, or do you have the blue clear blades, or the silver blades for the katanas? Because there are two different runs. There's first run ghost frame, and then there is second run ghost frame. One significantly more expensive than the other. I've only broken. I've had 3 kits that have become into the junk pile. Dark Matter Exia, my first real grade Sinanju, and the Snow White Prelude that died. Oh, dude, if you have the clear blades, that's worth a lot of money. They only did that in the first run, and that was a mistake. There are people who will die to get the clear blade ghost frame. Because the new one comes with silver blades. Okay, my original Snow White, not Prelude, it was not Snow White. I mean, Supernova Wing. The dark matter just falls apart. It is a terrible model kit. Yeah, I was bad at doing models. I wasn't that good at doing it, but most of my original models didn't have an issue. Most of the ones I did in the very first time that I started building model kits still exist today and are still perfectly fine. My freaking he's still in pieces because I was supposed to do something with him. My Sengoku is straight, perfectly fine. My Turn Red, fine. My first original, what is it called? Kai is still fine. My wings are still fine. But the dark matter just would fall apart. I'd look at it funny and it would explode. Literally. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad for Ghost Frame, dude. Fuck yeah. It's worth a lot now because of the fact they're so rare. And Nielsen only makes them whenever he feels like it. Oh. That sucks. See, I still have my original Tallgeese. He's still perfectly fine. I kind of broke the headpiece when I took him apart to re-detail him up a long while back, but I glued it back together and no problems. That sucks, because Tallgeese is like one of the best real grades that were first runs. Same thing with the Wing Zero. And the Supernova had an issue where I used panel liner that contained acetone on it, and it's an the entire model kit is made out of ABS plastic. So the pore liner, basically like Tamiya Black, ate the entire model kit up. It literally, I was trying to detail it and panel line it, and I had the entire model kit crumble to pieces. I cried because it was a first run Supernova Wing. First run Supernova Wing. Blue, not the purple. First run when they started making their kits, and they're worth a lot nowadays when they're out of production. And then RG Sinanju is a nightmare little creature. Just really loose joints and that waist connector. The waist connector is stupid. They did some kind of double stacked layered thing so it can like extend. Problem is it's so thin and it's made out of the same plastic that the inner frame is made out of. It's not ABS and it's not polystyrene. It's that weird semi-soft inner frame kind of plastic. And the problem is when it's that thin, it breaks and deforms really easy. And so that waist joint will break really quick on you. Like, I glued the one on my new one. Plus, I did a whole rework with lighting kit and everything on my real grade Sinanju. The 160 new as well. I'm having the, which I'm happy about as they fixed a lot of the issues. Nice. Dude, I love this thing so far. I have had 0 issues. This was a first batch run, and I have not had any issues with it so far. I love the idea that this thing is so big and so massive, yet we got to get it for such a cheap price. So ABS, if it's soft and a matte plastic from Bandai, or almost anything, usually ABS is used for soft and matte. So anything that's not semi-gloss or that is semi-gloss or matte can sometimes be ABS plastic. I found that out the hard way. Another model kit that broke. Using Gundam marker to try to tighten up an arm joint on a GN riser, and then it started falling apart. The chest just crumbled into pieces because apparently the blue parts, which is the swirly blue plastic that Bandai does for 00 kits, is actually ABS and will destroy itself on contact with anything containing acetone. I forgot that was a fun one too. I died a little bit on the inside with that one. I was like, fuck. Because XN Riser's technically P Bandai. So it's a little harder and a little bit not as commercially available. All right. Really? Yeah, really. Okay. Goodbye. Hello. Oh yeah, those are definitely not I thought they were. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Remember, everything that's pretty much anything out there, yeah, you can can I use the Daichen metal frame for the new Verka on Bandai's kit? Yes, 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 you can. Because remember, the Bandai's kit is just the band kit is literally just a copy of that. And I made big mistakes there not catching these undergates. Don't be afraid. That's why I prefer to use pens for fine lining. Yep, that's why I prefer Sharpies, actually. Sharpies and alcohol are neutral. Sharpies are indelible ink that is alcohol based and can be easily removed with alcohol. 90% is what I use because it's the strongest concentration and it helps keep your line work better. And it's not going to eat your plastic if you do bare plastic. Kind of why I like acrylic based paints because they're not nearly as harsh as some of the other paints are out there. Acrylics usually are using either a water or a alcohol based solvent. Ooh, I almost fucked that one up. All right. WL4. WL. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, they're really great. I Pulse eraser to clean up. Yep. Pens. So Sharpie can do the same thing. You can also do. You can use white eraser for Sharpie. This one, because they're got a slight coating to them, I do need to use alcohol to help clean up. But I usually am also using a white eraser as well. I like Sharpie just because they're so much easier to work with. They're cheaper. I spend maybe like on getting new pens is like $6, and then these are about $6 a pop. Versus like other stuff that's way more expensive. Welcome to Budget Hobby. Why? Because I'm not made of money. I gotta keep buying kits, so I gotta get the cost down somewhere. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Lacquers, I've heard, can be super expensive. That's why if you see me using my tools the way I do, I don't have expensive nippers because I don't find a need for it. I can do pretty decent quality without having to have god hands because I find them overly expensive and not needed. Now, if I was doing, what is it called? Painting? Oh, yeah, no. Get a good paint gun. Airbrush. A good quality airbrush with good quality material. Yeah, that makes a difference. But God hands, I don't ever see the point in buying $130 nippers or $60 nippers or $50 nippers when I can just use $10 flush cutters. Ah, you got the cheap ones, yo. I've always been the one to buck the trend on God hands because I like being the heel. There you go. $1.50. There you go. There's some budget gunpla for you. Hell yeah. And if you like your God hands, I have no problem with you using them. I'm not going to sit there and chastise you for using them. It's like, that's cool. I just don't find a need for it. Hence why I will not sit there and go and tell everyone, you must buy display nippers or God hand nippers. If you don't, you are a terrible, horrible gunpla builder. Like I've been told previously. That sucks to do. Jesus Christ. What? Ah. Okay, so, or if I didn't cut it, I tried it exacto, then would slip and cut my thumb. Ah! Yeah, I know. If you want to buy cheap nippers, don't buy ones meant for plastic. Buy ones for cutting wire. They're made of a higher carbon steel, and so that they're sharper and they have more force. So they'll cut much more cleaner through plastic. They also have usually more wrist force. It has a higher multiplication of wrist force, so it also reduces stress on your hand. So you're not having to stress too much. This poor finger has been cut so many times, including getting 13 stitches in it. No, that was my thumb. I got 13 stitches in my thumb. Trust me, I know. I was customizing my Red Dragon, my Crimson Destiny Astray, and I slipped while I was doing some modifications at 3 in the morning. Well, 1 in the morning. Ended up going to the emergency room for 14 stitches in my thumb. Wifey was not a happy camper. Oh yeah, I cut all the way to the bone. I slipped so hard I cut all the way to the bone on my thumb. And it would not stop bleeding. And that was a dull that was a dull X-Acto knife. Had it been sharp, I probably wouldn't have cut as deep. No, let's see. I never pumped up the channel on that. No, I did not. Oh. Storm, I wish I could have done the same thing. I wish I could have done the same thing, but I sliced vertically instead of going in horizontally. Ooh. I wish I could have got it stemmed. If I could have got the bleeding stemmed, I probably wouldn't have gone to the hospital. But after 20 minutes and it not stemming, I was like, okay, hospital time it is. Ooh. Was not a fun conversation to have with the freaking hospital folk, and then also $1,600 later. Well, $2,200 later for 13 stitches. Because they billed separately and caused my insurance to reject the claim. Because it lowered the overall cost and it didn't meet my deductible. That was fun. U.S. medicine, everybody. Well, that was also my fault because this was just before the urgent care like revolution. So I went to a hospital. I went to an actual emergency room when I should have gone to an urgent care, and I probably would have only cost me like probably $900, if that. Maybe even less than that. Maybe 600 for 13 stitches. Problem is, I went to a big emergency room because it was the closest thing to my house. Right. Yeah, sometimes it does suck, but that's why all of us are basically trauma surgeons when it comes to doing shit in the U.S. If I can't splint it, or if I can't stem the bleed, fuck, I did something bad. Which I did do like that. This got covered by work, because this was a workplace injury where I had a metal panel slam this tip of the finger into concrete. And the metal panel weighs between 20 to 30 pounds. And it slammed it into concrete, shattered it in 17... in 7 places, because it split it in half and then it broke in several segments. And it is crooked as fuck. And would not stop bleeding for over 2 hours. And I couldn't move it. It was completely broken. Yep, hospital or doctor, exactly. Yeah, like, I had COVID and I was like, I ain't going no doctor. Just give me all the NyQuil we got. I'll cough my lungs out or die. Whichever one comes first. Because either doesn't really matter to me. right, G. G, 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 3945, 3945, 3945. Where are you at? There you are. Oh, they're vents. Okay. I was like, what are these? They're little vents. Lovely. Yeah, that's I'm healed because it functioned again. Oh my god, right? I just had that happen just recently. I fell off I work on industrial, commercial grade equipment, and fell off the top of a baler into it because the ram was down. And oh yeah, no, my knee. Ooh, been a little sore because I winged everything on the way down. Luckily, I grabbed a rail, held on for dear life, and was hanging about 2 feet from hitting the bottom and just whacking myself in the head. But winged my knee so hard going down, it wasn't even funny. Oh man, I got lucky that I don't really have this like. Okay, so we make fun of it all the time when I'm scrolling through TikTok. What did people do to become so fragile in their 30s? I'm 35. Yeah, my back can be tight sometimes, and I've got bad shoulders, but my bad back's really not from being old. It's just I have a bad back, and my shoulders is hereditary. So I mean, but other than that, I'm like I don't feel like I'm 30 still. Where I see everyone like falling apart, and it's like, what did you do when you were younger? Because I thought I did everything, but I didn't really break shit or anything. Oh, now we're doing that. Okay. We need to get A, H, and G back all out. And WL. Might as well get WL while I'm here. WL what? 8. WL8. WL8. Oh yeah, and all the other pieces come off that too. Nice. So we'll be coming back to this in a little bit. A lot of the knee parts come off of it as well, which will be easy. 2 times in the last year. Can't wait to feel in my 30s. Oh, shit. Oh, man. The worst one I think I have is a slip and fall in the bathroom coming out the shower. That was, like 8 years ago? Back's never been really too much better after that. But that was a very traumatic injury. I pretty much cracked a couple vertebrae doing that shit. It really hasn't been too bad lately. $325. So back all the way to H. Back all the way to H. H, 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 H. 25, which is right by 24. Fight a lot of my teens. No ends of bones still. No end of bones still ache. Plus did a lot of stupid shit, playing in quarries and etc. Damn. I just still find it funny when people act like they're falling apart. It's just it's hilarious because it's like, God, can I laugh at you for a little bit? Yeah, my back will hurt sometimes, but not all the time. It's like, hey, Grandma, do you need me to hold you up for a second? 28. Oh, risk making my right foot ache on cold days. Damn. See, I pulled a tendon in my left arm. What was that? Was that 2020? It was either 2020 or 2019. It was why I had to take a very long break from doing Gundam for almost a year. Yeah, it was like 2020, 2019, 2020, and it was back when I was doing great. You guys don't know. We were doing great back then. Back then, I had an average of 10. We had a lot of people who were watching. It was insane back then. But I pulled a tendon in my left arm. I couldn't even lift more than 5 pounds with my arm. I couldn't grasp with my hand. It took me almost 8 months to heal. Now, I've had to be really careful not to do that. Got punched 30 times in my left eye. Now I have vertigo. Oh. Dude. I have what's called Duane syndrome. I kind of know what you mean. My left eye doesn't turn, and I have a poor depth of field on it. So my right eye is pretty much almost independent due to overcorrecting for my left eye. Bruh, just don't get punched. Yeah, you gotta dodge. I mean, Mr. Piccolo told you so. You gotta bob, you gotta weave. Oh, weren't we all? Fighting, just the thing that we'd always do because why not? You'll either learn or you'll break something. Never either, always both. Oh, man. Oh, man. What if it didn't feel a winner? Ugh, right. I have siblings. I know what you mean. If you weren't getting attacked by your siblings, what were you doing right? I mean, wrong. Survival of the fittest. If you weren't up to scrap, I mean, shit, we would. You usually didn't really make it too much. Couldn't stand. Worst bit ever had is pulling. Oh God. Ugh. Yeah, I would say that. I've had a few of that. I have a sibling who belongs in a certain place with certain walls. That's done similar things, like something like that. Not fun. Especially when you wake up out of a 2-day coma. You're like, what the fuck did I miss? Oh god, a 2-year. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking trippy. Oh, what time is it? 12:07. Good, we're making good time. Gotta be out of here by 1. Yeah, about 1:30. Yo, later, dude. I'll probably be back tomorrow morning. Not a bad day so far. Decent amount of progress at the moment. All right, then I need WB, 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 WB. 25. Where are you at? No, 15. Yeah, I hate that. And how visible is this? Book. Oh, I see, I see, I see. I cannot tell on how far, what way that goes in. I was close on that? Yeah, you're lucky you're red, so I... Yeah, fuck those. God damn. You're right. All right. Whew. The quick and the only, thank you for the follow. That was weird that it didn't go off. That was the sound effect I just heard. But it didn't go off. That's weird. Maybe my sound alert broke. I'll have to check that later. All right. Just a little tiny bit of glue right there. And that'll help keep that bit in place. What's the glue for? Use what glue do I use? I actually use a very special glue. Glue is just to hold things down and bond things together. I use, what is this? Kiss Powerflex Precision Nail Glue. I like this stuff for general use. It's good. I'm trying to hold down these little red parts. These little red parts right here will fall out. The other one was falling out of place, so they weren't as pronounced. God, we are way high up on the freaking board today. Especially on a third-party kit, I like using a lot of glue when things don't look right. If it doesn't look like it's going to hold, might as well glue it in place, because you don't want to have to go and look for that part that kind of was fitting okay, but then fell out because you turned your back to it. So if it's not meant to move, I'm going to glue it in place so that way I don't lose it later. Oh, yeah, no, Sharpie's my shit, man. I lost a very expensive model kit to what is it called, to pore liner that contained acetone, so I use pretty much only Sharpies as my panel liner. Does make it take a lot longer, but you can get a lot more crisper lines that I feel. I've only used Tamiya liner, but only used it on one kit, and it damaged the plastic. I take it meant that I used a top coat finish. Then coat again, you can. The problem is that if the top coat isn't uniform, or if you even have a small defect, it could seep into the plastic and cause degradation. Or you can do like what I'm doing, which requires no top coat. None of my kits are really top coated unless I paint them, where just doing some Sharpie work. I mean, everything I do on this is Sharpie. Anything I've colored and anything that's panel lined, this is all Sharpie work. Even the gold, that's from a gold acrylic pen. I mean, hell, I can even grab the actual body itself. All the silver is an oil-based marker, and then our Sharpie panel lining with our decals over top. No, do not use the Gundam markers, because you got to be careful. Some of them are acrylic based, some are acetone based. So I highly push off of those because I actually ruined some model kits with the Gundam markers. Some are acrylic based, some are acetone based, so you have to be careful with them. I know I lost a model kit to that. I lost an XN riser chest to that. 90% alcohol. Where's the bottle? 90% alcohol with Q-tips, or the same thing you do with the other liner, a white eraser. Kind of like doing Tamiya with lighter fluid, basically. Just not nearly flammable and nearly as dangerous. All right. So we got that. Where am I at? It's really nice. I've gotten a lot of people to convert to it. Especially for someone like me, I don't do a lot of painting. I'm mostly doing heavily detailed builds. Snapped out of box, put on the shelf, decals, done. I've got so many other kits I want to do, and I want to get to all of them. I'm not doing real big paint jobs. My Gojless, which you can see back here, if you want to go back and look at him, I've got a couple of things on Instagram and all the other places. That one took 3 months to get done. Big Dinobot back there. He took so much. He took 3 pens worth of silver paint to get even through, to do the detail work on. It was a massive endeavor. Oh, fun. We're doing more of that shit, aren't we? Yay! Lovely. The reverse of the reverse. Lovely. Cutters. $11. 7. $11 and 7. Ugh. More of a straight builder with a little bit of detail work. Nice. My roommate and I have been given a room I've been given by my girlfriend in my house. Uses a PC gaming room and Gunpla shelves. Yes. Oh, trust me, dude. I feel that. I have a what is the current office space sitting at? Like, I have about an 8x20 space right now for my entire area because I'm taking up the majority of the living room. I understand small. Very small. And I'm doing 5 no, let's see, how many perfect grades am I doing? So this one, Exia, perfect grade, perfectibility, Zaku, red frame, Mark II, RX 78-2. I'm doing 8 perfect grades over this next winter. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put half of them. Oh, right. Whenever you get to them, trust me, they're really good. I've been working on this one for a while, and it's really actually quite a good kit. The hands could be better, but I'm not going to complain about them. Okay, let's see. We are at right there. Oh, there's G parts going in there. Are there now? Lovely. There are G and B parts going into this. Nice. Ah, nice. Custom style ceiling shelf with that hangs above. There are some really great shelves. They're called Mighty Shelves, if I remember right. Let me double check that. They're not from the ceiling, but they from the wall. High and Mighty. High and Mighty shelves are really fucking awesome. Yeah, High and Mighty floating shelves. They're really awesome. They come with a bracket that you hook into the wall. It doesn't even need to hook into a stud. It uses multiple points of attachment that grips the actual sheetrock, and they can hold anywhere between 20 to 60 pounds because they're really, really sturdy. I have a big one up behind me, and I have the big 36. If you're ever looking to do floating shelves, they are the way to go. They're very minimal, and they don't do a whole lot of damage to your wall, and they're reusable. I've used them for a couple of years now, and they're fucking awesome. Anime Nerd, hello. All right. Trim the other one up. And quick, luckily I don't have to convert you to the third party. You already are a little bastard third party buyer just like I am. Welcome to the crew. We here at the Junk Guild appreciate you having good taste in model kits. Nice. For a lot of only issues that anime figs take up a lot. Ah, there you go. Oh boy, my favorite Gundam kit shouldn't be a surprise, but it is the Red Frame Astray Kai, or the Power Red Frame Astray, which I'll grab him off the shelf real quick. As long as I don't knock his weapons off. Been a little bastard lately. Need two hands to lift you. Ugh. Supposed to be putting in. I don't fuck with that too much. There we go. So, something like this one, the powered red frame Astray. One of my favorite all-time model kits. And this is the band version, not the high resolution. Back on the shelf where you belong. Oh, you have one too, do you? I loved that thing to death once I finally got mine. I loved it so much, I bought pretty much every bus that exists except for the Xyz and Zeta, which I might need to get Zeta at some point. Because I do have Sinanju, Sazabi, Red Frame, the Hainu, and the Unicorn bust. Lovely taste there. I do say so myself. The Unicorn one, be a little bit careful on. I will say when you get the Unicorn one, do not use the wiring harness. Don't use the control board for the wiring harness. You're going to want to make your own power adapter for it. Because that thing got so hot, I didn't feel safe using it. Where the Sinanju's was like really awesome. I really did like the Sinanju's power board and everything. It was actually really well done. The Unicorn one, no. And Anime Nerd, welcome to the Junk Guild. We here at the Junk Guild appreciate where all model kits come from because of the fact that we are not loyal to a company that doesn't know our name. Therefore, it's free game on where I buy my model kits from. And if it's cool, it looks awesome, and if the price is right, I will buy it from wherever and whoever. Because you know what? That's gundammit a good deal. Oh wait, that's also a website I use. Because they have really good deals. Gundammit's one of the best out there, as well as Mofiho and Gundam Model Center. Nah, the wiring's easy. So you guys are catching me between doing an entire build. I think the next wire build I'm doing is the Perfect Grade Zaku is going to be the next one that's getting a custom loop. Because Exia has its own loop, so does Perfectibility. Perfectibility was supposed to get a custom loop, but I was going to run several $100s over budget. So we scrapped that for a Cosmos lighting kit. But if you just straight build the Unicorn, it's actually really good. It was just the wiring was a nightmare. Oh yeah, I don't have any of those guys turned on. Huh. Usually I have the bus all turn on. Guess I didn't feel like doing that today. Okay, continuing on. Okay, so flat. So the last... Clean them all up. Power button. Yep. I do that a lot. Actually, here, I'll go turn them on real quick. So, 3 of the 4 buses are actually linked together. They're running on the same power supply. I really need to get them off the same power supply. That's because they're running the same voltage. The 3 behind me are actually running 3 volts, if I remember right. Well, the unicorn runs on 5. Oh, Sin. Let's turn you on real quick. Okay. Sin. Ooh, everyone cooperated today. Love it. And let's make sure it's in the shop. And let's see. Somewhat can see it. So I've got all those set up. Really, Sosby's supposed to be a lot brighter, but he's tied into two other ones, and that is the issue with that one at the moment. The unicorn was easy as fuck to redo. Yes, do. I will say this, do. I do electrical work for a living. So when I popped open the Cosmos kit, I was like, oh, this is actually well laid out. Oh, that's actually about what I would have been thought about doing. Because I was going to spend several $100 to do a custom addressable RGB setup, but yeah, that was going to be a way over budget and probably wouldn't happen for like another year or two. So the Cosmos kit came back out for a little bit, and I was like, I'll just pick up the Cosmos kit and we'll do that. And it's really well laid out. All right. Clean that up and get at least a first round on that. Don't get me wrong, I love doing it unless I had a custom board to switch them all on and off. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, forgot. Big Boy right next to me. That's also one that... Here, let me move the mic. Big Boy was also one that took a long time, too. He turns on with the PC. He runs it's a custom RGB loop that I modded in. Goody, the microphone's getting loose again. And I have it set up to where it's running off 5-volt USB, so it's just plugged into the workstation. And as the workstation turns on, he turns on. I always forget to talk about Big Boy. Big Boy just is there, always. I'd make him dance, but he's just doing his thing right now. Because it's got a full programmed key to it, so... That one's always fun. That one took a long time and cost way too much money to do. Especially with the Cosmos kit existing nowadays. It actually seems to be going too fast. Oh, I don't know where any of his controllers are right now. But yeah, I finished up my, what is it called? I did a big custom build earlier this year. It was a Tall Geese 3 that has the Susan model wings on it. It has 2 sets of those plus the funnel binders that are on it as well. Had that all wired up. did it as best I could. I lost the vernier binders had LEDs in them, and they shorted out the head, caused me to lose like 50, 60 hours worth of work. There was no going back and redoing the vernier binders because it's just I was already over budget and time. We were in final wire up stages and we shorted out, and it was like, oh no. All the decals had been put on, everything was done. It's my crappy solder being really bad because I hadn't bought new solder yet. I still need to buy new solder for when I do the perfect grade Zaku. Need to buy the good stuff that flows good because the stuff I was using it was generic, basically not what I usually use. And yeah, I could get it to work most of the time, but sometimes it just would never work correctly. And it caused a lot of soldering problems. Oh yeah. So the biggest problem with doing custom stuff is being okay with drilling holes into model kits that cost way too much money. I would turn them on, but I don't even like moving them anymore. But my Tall Geese 2 and my Tall Geese 3, I do have pictures on my Instagram and on Discord. Uh, they were fun. They were fun when I did them. Yeah, you learn to live with your mess ups pretty quick. I've learned. It's that first time you do anything. It's like okay, so we might put a hole in this. We might melt this because we get too hot with the soldering iron. Or put a hole through your keyboard because you're not paying attention. I did that once. That was hilarious. I'm still using that keyboard, right? No, I'm not. That was the Anasazi. Put a nice big hole in my freaking keyboard. It was hilarious. Oh, dude, yeah. So real grades get really hard, but they can be done. I use very tiny LEDs. So I'll grab some real quick. Show you how small I'm going. I'm not going the absolute smallest size for surface mount components, but they're good because the company I buy from, they're pre-wired, ready to go. I don't have to do anything to it. If I was to do my own LEDs, it could be a lot better. But I've been using these guys forever. These are 603s. I don't use 803s because 803s are too small, and they're usually on soft wire. Where I like these ones. These are. If I could get the camera to focus a little bit. Let's see. There we go. These are 603 LEDs. They're surface mount component LEDs, and I can get them into just about anything. Haven't found anything too small just yet. And I've been using Powerful for a long time. They're pre-wired LEDs. They're all tinned up, ready to go. Cut them, shape them, and go for it. And then using laminated, epoxy coated magnet wire for my wire run. And I've been kind of on a hiatus. The Snow White Perfection Tall Geese just took it out of me. I've been kind of in a slumpy mood. Doesn't help. There's not a lot of kits coming out that lean too hard on doing a full wiring harness. That's also the kind of been the issue. Like you can add LEDs to anything, but it's more where do they feel appropriate? And I've done them on just about everything. Oh, time check. Almost 1. I'm going to finish this one up. Get it at least tidied up. Make it look nice. And then we'll come back to this tomorrow morning. Because I am actually out of time in about 5 minutes. All right. Tidy this up real quick, and then we will come back to this. It's actually the biggest problem I have with it just takes so much longer to do things, especially while I'm streaming. When I'm streaming, it takes so much longer to do just basic stuff. All right. Okay. We'll come back from there and just posted a couple pics in DC. Yo, cool. Hell yeah. Cool. I will be back tomorrow to finish this up because I am all out of time. Either that or I'm going to work on it tonight, and then that way we can be on legs and waste tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. But hell yeah, dude. Everybody's pretty friendly in the Discord. As long as you're cool, everybody else is cool. But welcome to the third party army, to the Junk Guild. Hello. And thank you all for watching, and I will see everyone tomorrow. Thank you, and as always, bye-bye.